Good evening. Tonight we will discuss everyone's favorite thing in the wide world: custom content download organization. Get ready to fall asleep, y'all, because I'm not sure how exciting this will be. I might even use my Ben Stein impression to go through the motions of this exciting part of being a sim player. Just kidding. Let's get started. Hey guys, so here we are at my desktop, and first let me give credit to the person who made the picture on my desktop. I believe Yukiko Cloud made this Sims picture, and I fell in love with it so much I made it my desktop. It's so pretty. Anyway, moving along, I'm going to show you what I have here. And currently I'm working on Platinum Aspirations big bed download and putting it into the folders that I wanted to show you guys. So let's go up one here, and I'm going to maximize this window so you guys can see I have everything for all of the packs on The Sims 4. I created a folder for all of them so I can sort all of the conversions into those folders. And as you can see, I have folders for creators in here as well, because not all their creations are conversions. So Lord Crumps, T Vicky, Platinum Aspirations, and a whole bunch of other people. This is the mess that I'm currently working with right now. This is the current downloads folder I have, and there's a lot of different things going on in here. I don't really have rhyme or reason. I tried to have everything by creator and just keep it that way, but it just for some reason it just doesn't seem to work. So I'm just trying new things here and there, and I thought that the colorful folders look so pretty, and I wanted to share them with everybody in case there was somebody out there who wanted to download them. It's not a must-have really, but if you like them and you could do something with them, by all means. And they're just not limited to the packs. You could use these folders for whatever you want. Anything that is base game related, whether it's a Sims 2 object or a 422 conversion, it doesn't matter. I just did this because I liked the way it looked, and I wanted to whip myself into shape and have as much organized as possible with all this Sims 4 to Sims 2 conversions that have been created by all these creators. And I just love all this stuff. It's so cute, and I just wanted to have a place to put it all and keep it organized. And when I saw the every wall and every floor download from Lord Crumps, and I saw how he had everything separated by packs, and then the collections had the cute little icon for the game, I was like, wow, this is so cool. Now, I didn't want to use those little icons for my folders because number one, they were too small, and number two, if I was going to look for a bigger version of those icons, I thought, you know what, I really like the coloring in the title screens for the sales of these packs, so I thought I would go with that instead. And I'm putting it out there just in case somebody else had the same idea and doesn't want to go through the tedious task of cropping the screen and doing screen prints and all this, and then cropping the picture. It does take a little bit of time to do all that, so I thought if anybody wanted something like that without having to do all the work, here it is. So anyway, this is what the inside of my folders look like. The base game folder has build fences, build floors, build walls, build windows, and buy. So basically, you could put whatever you want in there. It doesn't necessarily have to be sorted this way, but this is how I prefer it myself. Okay, so getting back to organizing, I was taking care of the beds that Platinum Aspiration recently put out. Okay, so I don't think I did the EP5 seasons one yet, did I? I did. These are all the beds there. So I did that one already. Let me go to EP6 and go ahead and click and drag them. Now, before I do that, I do put in a new folder if I don't have one already, and I label it by. So these are by mode objects, and then I grab them and I drag them over. I try to keep as little PNGs, JPEGs, and image files of any kind as limited as possible, so it does decrease on the load time as well. Then when I'm done with sorting all of this, I put it through the compressorizer. All of the stuff that I download goes through there. There are some creators that use it preemptively, which is great, but there are some that don't, so I just want to make sure that I shrink my load time as much as possible. I do not put mods through there. I'm just really scared to do that. I don't know if the compressorizer affects mods or not, but I would rather not, because I don't know what the compressorizer does to shrink those files, so I would rather just not open that ugly door and then find out later that my game crashes or something goes wrong. So and the same thing with name changing. I don't change the names of the files for mods. Just, you know, like clothing downloads or object downloads and things like that. That I don't mind changing the names of. And I'm also trying to stray away from that as well, because there are times where I put duplicates in my folder because I renamed the older file and didn't realize that I already had something, because I'm sure that everyone can relate to not remembering whether or not you actually download something and then renamed it to boot. So that's where I'm coming from there. So let's keep moving right along, and I'm not going to do this throughout the whole video. I just wanted to show you how it is that I go about doing this. And all right, so those made it in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and do one more. Island living, and we're going to go up and island living, and this one is going to need a build folder. I'm sorry, a buy folder. I don't know if I said this before, but it is really late. Okay, so here we go. And my brain tends to go on vacation at a certain hour of the day, and then I just go on autopilot, just like I'm droning on right now and continuously talking. It's because I'm trying to keep myself awake, so bear with me here. Alright, so this one is done as well. Now let's say that you know, these are nicely labeled with the game pack or expansion pack number or code, or code is what it's called. Anyway, sometimes the creator, you know, might just use the title of the game, and you're like, okay, this is not necessarily in alphabetical order. Let's say that it's the vampires one. Just type in your search bar vampires, and boom, you see, you get your vampires folder. You just open your folder, you do what you got to do, and boom, you're done. So, you know, I tried to make this as easy as possible. So another thing that I'd like to remind you guys is, if you're going to use this, do not replace anything. It's better if you just click and drag it over, because it could result in you deleting everything in your folder. So if you take this whole downloads folder that is empty, because all the folders in there are empty, and you move it into your game and you overwrite all your files, you could definitely be overwriting your files with empty folders, and I don't want you to do that. So just make sure that you are copying your stuff into this download, into the folders that you want first, before you move it into your game folder. And then when you're done moving all your stuff, you could delete your empty downloads folder and replace your downloads folder with this downloads folder. Alright, so don't let that happen. And anytime you're going to use anything that anyone has made, I cannot stress this enough, make a backup of your EA Games folder. Always make a backup, because I have learned this painful lesson several times where I've done something to my game and there is no coming back from it because I did not have a backup. Another thing is that you can use like the modern menswear and I think there's a Simtimates collection. That one is for women. You could put your clothing in those, and you know, you have like, this is related to menswear, this is related to women, and you know, you have the toddlers folder. There's just a whole bunch of different things. Oh, and then the laundry day mod, that I remember a simmer doing a YouTube video on the laundry day mod, and I did watch the whole thing, but I don't remember too much of it because it was a long time ago, and I haven't downloaded that mod yet because I'm just not there yet in my game. But that is something I do plan to download in the future, and I'm so glad I have this laundry day folder that I can, you know, put all that stuff in. And then when the items are actually converted, I have the folder for that as well. So, you know, I just wanted to create something that was cute, colorful, and would at least give the appearance that I'm a little more organized than what this nightmare is here, because I eventually gave up. And if you can see that this folder here that I'm pointing at says new stuff, because I just couldn't keep up with it anymore. And look at this. There's 172 folders that I have to sift through, and I probably have doubles of all this stuff, and it's just a complete mess of disorganization. So I'm hoping that this motivates me into finally organizing my downloads folder, so I can pinpoint the things that I need to delete and just keep it in good condition and not have to worry about the 4-hour game load time. No, I'm just kidding. Not worry about all the game loading time when you have so many things that are taking up space that really shouldn't be in there. So anyway, I thought I would make a quick video about it because it's better than just, you know, providing pictures and stuff like that. And I will say that I've attempted to record this several times today, but there was just so much chaos in my house and things going on that I was like, you know what, I'll just wait until everybody falls asleep. And it's currently 1:57 a.m. Eastern time, and I'm getting to this now. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, or if there's anything that you want to ask me about, or even give me some ideas about how you keep your folder organized that I could probably take advantage of, I'd really appreciate it. But for now, this is good night or good morning. Have a great one.